Hello everyone. In this, we will be solving the question paper December 2023 of CMA Foundation. Subject will be Fundamentals of Business Mathematics and Statistics. This will be part 1. So let us see the first question. The age of two persons are in the ratio 4:3. If the age of the younger person is 8 years lesser than the other, then the age of the elder person is what? So it is given that the ratio is given as 4:3. So we can consider, let the age of elder and younger person be, since it is given in the form of a ratio 4:3, we can consider it as 4x, 3x. Then it is given that if the age of the younger person is 8 years lesser than the other, means given 3x is 4x minus 8, which means that 8 is equal to 4x minus 3x, which is x. Therefore, the age of elder person will be 4 times 8, and that is 32 years. So the option is 32. Next question. If 15 men are working 8 hours a day, can complete a piece of work in 25 days, how many days will be taken by 12 men working 10 hours a day to complete it? So in this, we can equate the work. One is 15 men multiplied by 8 hours a day multiplied by 25 days. So this will give us total man hours that will be equated to the other one, that is 12 men multiplied by 10 hours a day multiplied by, that we don't know. We are going to consider that number of days as x. So which means we can equate now 15 into 8 into 25 is equated to 12 into 10 into x. So 15 into 8 is also 120. This is also 120. We can cancel both sides. So we get x as 25. Means the number of days is equal to 25. So the option is C. Next one, mean proportional between 0.2 and 0.05. Mean proportional of two numbers is nothing but the geometric mean of those two numbers. So we can say mean proportional is geometric mean of 0.2, 0.05, which is square root of 0.2 into 0.05, which will give us square root of 0.01, and that is 0.1. So the option will be A. Let us move on to the next question. Here it is given, a person deposited ₹1,000 in a bank at 4% per annum simple interest. What will be the amount after 10 years? Deposited ₹1,000, so principal is ₹1,000. Rate of interest is given as 4% per annum. I will say I equal to 4% per annum, which is 0.04 per annum. Okay, what will be the amount after 10 years at simple interest? So SI will be, N is given as 10 years. So simple interest is P into N into I. So 1000 times 10 into 0.04. So that will give you 400 as the simple interest. We have been asked to find out the amount. So amount is principal plus simple interest, which is 1000 plus 400, which is rupees 1400. So option D is the answer. Next one, a sum of rupees 10,000 deposited CI, compound interest, becomes double after 5 years. So after 20 years, it will become what? That is the question. A sum of rupees 10,000 deposited on CI, I think you should have on compound interest basis, becomes double after 5 years. So which means our principal is 10,000 and amount, final amount is becoming double. So 2 times P, it becomes 20,000. After 5 years, so N is 5 years. So what is given? A, we know it is P times 1 plus I to the power of N. That is 20,000 is equal to 10,000 times 1 plus I to the power of 5. So if I divide both sides by 10,000, we will have 2 is equal to 1 plus I to the power of 5. Now, after 20 years, it will become what? That is the question. So we will have to find out the amount. A is equal to 10,000 times 1 plus I to the power of 20. This can be written as 10,000 times 1 plus I to the power of 5, we can write, and then to the power of 4, because we know we can multiply these indices, the powers, 5 into 4, you get this 20. Why we are doing this? Because we know this value is 2, we can substitute. So this is equal to 10,000 times 2 to the power of 4. 2 to the power of 4 is 16. 16 into 10,000, we get 1,60,000. So that is the solution. So answer is D. Next one, the 7th term of an arithmetic progression 2, 5, 8, 11 and so on is what? So nth term formula for an arithmetic progression is A plus n minus 1 times D. Here they are asking us to find 7th term. A is the first term, which is 2, plus 7 minus 1, it becomes 6. D is the common difference. We may notice 5 minus 2 is 3, 8 minus 5 is 3. So common difference is 3. So 6 3s are 18, 18 plus 2, 20. So the answer is option C. Let us move on to the next 7th question. Find the 8th term of this. This is a geometric progression because 64 by 128 is half. 32 by 164 is also half. So we can say this is a GP. And A is the first term, which is 128. R is the common ratio, which is 1 by 2. Just now we saw that. We are supposed to find T8. Tn formula for a GP is A R power n minus 1. So T8 will become A, that is 128. R to the power of means 1 by 2 to the power of n minus 1, which means 7. So this becomes 128 divided by 2 power 7. That is 128 divided by 2 power 5 is 32. That means 2 power 6 is 64. 2 power 7 is 128. So the result is 1. So the option is D. Let us move on to the next one. A takes 4 hours to cover a distance of 80 kilometer. It should be 80 kilometer. And B takes 5 hours to cover the same distance. How much distance would A cover more than B in 15 hours? We have speed equal to distance traveled divided by time taken. This formula we have. So that means our distance will be speed into time. Let us keep this. Now, first consider the person A. Person A's speed, I will call it as S of A, S suffix A, that is distance traveled, which is 80 kilometer. By time taken is 4 hours, which means his speed is 20 kilometer per hour. Now, let us do it for B. Speed of B is 5 hours to cover the same distance. So, distance is 8 divided by 5. That will give you 16 kilometer per hour. Now, distance traveled by A, let us calculate that. In 15 hours, they are saying speed of the A is 20 kilometer multiplied by 15 hours. So that means he will be, this is 20 kilometer per hour. So that means he will be traveling 300 kilometer. Similarly, if we calculate it for B, it is 16 is speed and 15. And if we calculate this, we will get 240 kilometer. How much distance would A cover more than B? So A will cover 60 kilometers. How that 60 came? 300 minus 240. More than B. That will be the solution, which means our option is B. So we will see the balance in the next part.